How's it going, everybody? It's Tuesday, the 23rd of January, and this is going to be a fun show today for you guys. I don't have a ton of time today, but I am going to hang out for a little bit and tell you what's been going on, give you some thoughts and stuff like that. Check with you guys on how you're doing. Look at some of the drops coming up on Thursday and Saturday and Sunday, and talk a little bit more about a few other things as well, including my drop heads. And, some of the prizes are coming up for that. The drop on McFarlane that's coming up with the bat wing. We got the Juggernaut coming up. We got the Matt Gondek coming up. It's pretty nuts what's going on right now. And then, of course, we have that Batman Beyond coming up on Candy and a few other things that I got coming up. And I want to chat with you guys, too, obviously, and hang out a little bit right here. But coming up very soon, and this is going to be fun. This is going to be on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday on the 28th with the Juggernaut drop. I'm going to be doing my 200th live stream here with you guys, and I'm going to have some nice prizes and fun giveaways for you guys, including my drop head rewards as well, which are pretty much Batman focused because of all the Batman stuff going on this week, which has been fun with the Batman Who Laughs, that whole little set that came out on VV. The Batman Beyond comic on Candy, and of course the Bat Wing coming out on, McFarlane. And so I'm going to give you guys some Batman comics, and we're going to have fun with the Juggernaut and, really see how that drop goes on Sunday. So it'll be after the drop that I'll be going live right there. And then hopefully we'll see what happens in regards to guests and stuff and rewards and prizes for you guys to tune in. It's a big one. 200 is coming up. I'm on the Verge right now. That's why this live stream is called On the Verge. I'm at 199, but it's not just for that either. It's also for France that's coming up, for OMI utility that's coming up, for the Juggernaut, for Gondek, for all these drops and more. We really are on the cusp, on the verge of some really amazing stuff. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see myself. I got invited onto VV Magic's channel 2 days ago. And it was myself and Mr. Rolex and VV Magic. And, of course, Foster, the community manager, over on for OMI and Komi. And we talked about a lot of stuff. VV Magic put that live stream together to kind of do like a yearly recap. And it was so cool that she invited me. That was a lot of fun to hang out there as well. So we went through the list that she put together. And of course, Foster's sitting there, with all the OMI type updates and things like that we could potentially have. And it was quite something to see that, so there is stuff in the background going on that is quite apparent and quite crazy. And we don't really even know. I mean, he wasn't able to tell us anything there, but people were joking about the smirk he had on his face, when people were asking for stuff that's coming. So just, there's a lot of stuff on the verge of happening, and it's going to be really cool. So, I think this year is going to be quite a nice year for sure. But yeah, that's my 200th live stream coming up. So tune into that on Sunday, and I'll put reminders out for it and show you some of the rewards and gifts and prizes we're going to do. It's going to be pretty cool. Now, I just put out a video this morning, top 10 disrespected, and I'm angry about it. There's some stuff in the app that deserves a little bit more attention for sure. And it's a fun video, you guys. I'm just kidding. But I did top 10 items that I think are disrespected right now. So you can check that video out anytime you want. I put it up live right before this. And I will talk about the number one on that list because I have a top 10. And I've left out some that obviously, other people might want to put on there too. So I really want you guys to give me your feedback on that video. And spread it around and point out some ones that, you think are disrespected in the app. And when I say disrespected, I mean people just don't know about them or just haven't bought them or who knows what. So make sure you check that out 100%. And then give me your comments down below about that one for sure, right? So that's on my channel right now for sure, right? So I want to talk a little bit about this comic right here on VV right now. This particular comic, Ultimate Comics, Spider-Man #1 has really surprised me, even more than in my price prediction video that I did for this one. I did a video on this one like a week and a bit ago, and it got decent views. So that's a good indication that people, are really interested in this comic. And I put some price predictions in there about what I think this could do and maybe where the secret rare could go, because of Miles Morales scarcity. And we talked about kind of what this comic means in regards to like where it stands in the world of Miles Morales in regards to like, the importance of it, being his first comic of his own, issue, kind of mirroring Amazing Spider-Man #1 and how Amazing Fantasy 15 works for Peter Parker, Amazing Fantasy 15 first appearance. And then of course, Amazing Spider-Man #1. I mean, those are Silver Age grails. Okay. So nowhere near this level but in regards to the same setup, Ultimate Fallout 4 is Miles Morales' first appearance comic book. And then this one's the first of his solo series. So it has that same kind of, Amazing Fantasy, Amazing Spider-Man 1. So I put that information out, and I know other people did as well. And I did my price predictions on it. And some people thought I was nuts. I went for the secret rare. I was like, this one could go up to $250 on that secret rare just because it's so scarce and because of the importance of it. And I saw a lot of people commenting and say, oh, well, it's not going to go anywhere near that or whatever. And, that's fine. Like, it's always the community that we decide, like we're the ones who decide what it goes for in the aftermarket. And, but it has exceeded all expectations even further than that and is really showing the power of Miles Morales combined with scarcity for the VV community in particular. This comic book is really kicking ass. And I don't know if you guys have stacked up a bunch. I don't have that many. Like I have the rare, which I got on the drop. Okay. And when I first got that, I was a little bit disappointed because I wanted the secret rare, of course, but the rare is pretty damn good. And I got that on the drop for $6.99. And then I got, I did this drop 10 times. Okay. And I got, commons and uncommons and the rare. And I did get a 3-digit uncommon on the drop, which was cool, but mostly commons, just random mints. So then I went in and I bought a 3-digit common in the marketplace, early on for $6.99 actually, which is a joke. And then I didn't buy the ultra rare, which I should have. And I didn't buy the secret rare when it first was out. And I probably should have loaded gems and bought that because this comic is kicking absolute ass right now. And it's, in regards to like what people thought it would be. And I think this really goes to show that the VV community really does value Miles Morales over most other characters and drops. So when you see a Miles Morales drop of significance with scarcity, pay attention. Some people miss this one. As much as we were talking about it, this common was selling for 3 gems, 3.5 gems, like right away. Now it's up to like 8 and it's getting eaten. There's only 140. There's going to be some ups and downs, obviously. I thought this common could go to 8 and it's almost at 8, but it was not at 8 for the last bunch of days. For the last week, it's been slowly climbing. The secret rare, however, has absolutely blown my expectations out of the water. It's sitting at 320. And then 350 after that. And it's because it's so scarce. I mean, it's crazy. So I wish I would have jumped on this sooner, but this is telling us something about Miles Morales. So if, there's not a ton more Miles Morales grails that we could get necessarily in terms of his comic books and stuff, unless they go really scarce with edition sizes. But this is a really good learning lesson for a lot of people in the app in this day and age right now, where we're not fully in a bull run or anything like that. And we get a comic like this comes out that's modern age, okay? And it's not worth thousands and thousands of gems, or anything like that. But this comic did great. And if you think that, you can't, like, as someone who is in VV, who's trying to flip in the market and make gains on daily basis or this kind of things on special drops, you got to pay attention to stuff like this because these kind of drops can make you a lot of gems in the aftermarket, as a flipper, as a collector. Well, I want to grab all these comics and just have them. I guess that's why I've got my 3-digit one right there. And I don't have enough money to buy that, secret rare. But, like as a collector, they're fun and great. And you can just collect what you love. And all these last bunch of comics that have come out have been really nice comics, like really fun comics, the Venom comic, this comic, the Spider-Man 2, these kind of stuff. They're all good with Miles and Spider-Man. And there's all nice like variants in there. And you know, really cool for collecting and stuff like that. Even today's Nebula comics, another kind of fun one if you're into like collecting that and all that kind of stuff. But there are opportunities where you can literally make, you know, gems, and then you can use those gems and build your way up to like bigger stuff. So I really just wanted to point out the success of this particular comic in Vivi that dropped right here. Very, very surprising to me how well it's done at the highest levels. These two, the ultra rare and the secret rare, have really exceeded my price predictions. But these guys down here are right around in lines where I said they would be, where I kind of thought they could end up. You know, you never know what's going to really happen, though. It's up to us, right, in the market. So very cool on that one. So if you guys have stacked up a bunch of those, congrats. And if you sell off one or two here and there and make some gem profits here and there and then spread it around, I mean, that's kind of the way to play the game, right? If you're going to play it. Now, I want to talk about the Juggernaut really quickly here because the Juggernaut's coming up on Sunday. And like I said, when I showed this right here, my live stream on Sunday, I will be live for that for after the drop right there. I don't think I'll be live for the drop. It's a bit early, but after the drop. So we'll do some Juggernaut stuff and have some fun. But I just want to give you guys a little heads up. I'll cover this drop in my video coming up once they release the edition sizes, which they should do today, I think. And this is the #1 comic that you want to look for. This is X-Men 12. And this is the first appearance of the Juggernaut, right? This is a really valuable comic. And he's a really great character for the X-Men. You know, sometimes he's an enemy. Sometimes he's on the team. You know, he's related to Professor X. This particular comic, just in case you know, we'll probably get this in Vivi at some point. And it's the origin of like Professor X as well. So this is a really key issue in the X-Men world. And this is a nice comic. If you can grab a physical of this to match up with kind of like the NFT digital collectible, and if we get this comic, which I think we will get this comic in Vivi, these will be nice ones to grab if you're an X-Men fan. Now, another little sleeper one that you might want to pick up, you know, is actually X-Men 13, which actually has another great cover. This one's actually a lot more affordable at a raw copy. If you go on eBay, couple $100, you could find one of these X-Men 13. And you can see this is another Juggernaut. This is his second appearance. And second appearance comics are always really nice in regards to like, you know, prices and value if you're a collector. First appearances, obviously, you know, they're a top dog and everything like that. But a nice second appearance raw copy with Juggernaut on the cover like that, that's also really nice. So if you're on eBay or shopping around and you go to your comic shop, try to find X-Men 13. It's a really key issue with beautiful cover art. And I think it's going to do well. I actually do think, if we look at my live right here, I think the Juggernaut's going to do all right now, depending on edition size and price, but it should do okay. Now, a little interesting development that you may or may not have noticed in here, we'll just go to my collection right here because I actually own these right here. And I just noticed this, okay? So Magneto, if you check it out, he's now over retail by 9 gems. So if you're thinking about getting Magneto and adding him to your collection, make sure you buy it from the store, because I don't believe he's retailed by 9 gems. Because of this recent push, we're seeing, you know, X-Men characters now. And if they're going to start coming up with the whole team, it's going to be pretty cool. I mean, if Wolverine shows up and we got like, I know we got Marvel Mighties going on, but this is not a Marvel Mighty, okay? This is, so they're adding characters. We got Storm now. I mean, we got Professor X, you know, we got Magneto, we got Juggernauts coming. So, you know, they're building. I was actually going to put this guy in my disrespected video, but because of the Juggernaut announcement, there's been a recent surge in him. Same with Professor X, both of them over retail now. So don't go into the market and grab them. Make sure you get it from the store because they're actually cheaper in the store. And we'll see over time if he starts to sell more. Remember what happened with the Incredible Hulk? The Incredible Hulk, the classic Hulk, did not sell out, was disrespected big time, you know, for a long time. And then slowly people realized, no, this is the classic Hulk, you know, and it's the first appearance animated and all that. And the edition sizes are pretty good. And eventually it's sold out. Now it's doing okay. It's just fine. These guys right here deserve more respect for sure from the store. So we'll see if people have gems or want to go for it. If not, totally fine. It's all good. But I didn't put them in my disrespected vid because, you know, they're above retail now. So they're actually getting respected as we go, right? But if you guys want to check out these comics on eBay, go check them out. Those are really cool. I'll put them in my video and talk a little bit more about that as well. Now, I want to jump over to Candy for a second right here and DC NFT. And I put this little stat out right here, and once I added it up, I was quite surprised. You know, over 2023, 54 videos for DC NFT. So if anybody thinks that, you know, we just cover Vivi here, we cover all sorts, and and now Candy, DC NFT. These are my stats for the video. So thank you guys for coming and watching those vids and supporting those projects as we kind of like, you know, as digital collectors, we do other things as well, and like on other platforms. And we want all this great stuff to come out and keep building and building for all of us as collectors to go. Candy's doing a pretty good job right now. And, you know, like DC NFT, they're kind of doing this. So I put this little stat out right here, 63,000 views on those videos I've done. They actually pale in comparison to my Vivi views, but that's okay. I'm doing them because I love I love the actual collectibles and the comics on DC and Candy. I'm not doing them for views because they do get significantly less views on this channel than my Vivi content, right? So that's really interesting to me as well. The really interesting part though, and this is just a little feedback, when I do a Vivi video, I usually get dislikes on the video, and there's usually trolls who do that. That's no problem. That's good. When I do Candy and DC videos, I usually don't get any dislikes on those videos. So that's telling me that there are people who are just hating on Vivi, but not as much on Candy, although the views that I get are about half or so in terms of, so, you know, the audience for Candy and DC has got to build a little bit more. And it's up to us as a community if we want to like start sharing this stuff a little bit more. So, and start making more content for those platforms. Also, Candy and DC, you got to start reaching out to your content creators a bit and helping them out and getting the word out, because these comics and stuff that are on those platforms, they are beautiful people. We should be exposing them a bit more. And if you have creators who are like covering the stuff, yeah, I don't know if they're watching this right now. Probably not. They don't follow me on Instagram, on Twitter or anything like that, which is totally fine. Like, it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying that if they could get the word out a little bit more, we could spread the news about some of these comics and stuff that they're doing, which specifically is Batman Beyond coming up on Thursday. And I did a breakdown video of this one. This is a nice comic right here. And I'm looking forward to this one, right? Here it is right here. Look, check it out. A beauty right there, right? So I'm pretty happy about how this is going to go. The way that this comic look. There's the common right there, and there's the the core. There's the uncommon right there. Okay, that's black and white. So following a Vivi trend here, isn't this interesting? Check it out. I mean, it's kind of like a Vivi drop with this decolorized version right here. Very interesting, right? And then, of course, there is the rare right there. Looks pretty damn cool for sure. And here's the epic. I didn't have all of these in when I did my video right there. That's nicely done right there. I like that variant right there. And then there's the secret rare right there. So this is going to be a fun comic. I'm going for this one right here. 5,000 editions, $10 coming up on Thursday. And I think this one's going to be nice. Now, Candy's doing some good stuff as well. Although they did a space, like a Discord, Discord show. Okay. And a lot of people were expecting to get a ton of information and a ton of some news, but really they didn't announce more than they've already announced on their Discord show. I was watching actually Hinano's coverage of that on the Real Uncommon podcast on YouTube. And because, I caught it just after the live. And, I was watching some of the coverage on that. Not a lot of news given out during that thing, but, just kind of reading the email that came out before. So then I went into the Bat Cowls, type Twitter space that we have right there. That's always running all the time to hear if there was any extra info. So there's a little disappointment in there about a lack of kind of juice to the announcements, but that's okay. We'll wait and see what else they're going to announce right here. Specifically about the interoperability of Bat Cowls and the merch, and of course the physical Bat Cowls and some of the other stuff that they're talking about as well. So we'll just wait for official announcement on it. But it's cool that they're working on that stuff in the background. So I'm pretty happy about that. But that drops coming up, and I did a review video about that one. Now this one right here. This is McFarlane right here. If we actually just click on the Batwing from the Flash movies coming up in a day, same thing as well. Same day right there. This is fun right here. There's 500 editions of the Batwing, and the video that they do, this is a beautiful video, by the way. I love these promo videos that McFarlane does. So very cool stuff right here. You guys got to let me know if you're going to go for this one. This is coming on the 25th. So it's coming up like not this week, but the week after. So we have a little bit of, sorry, it's coming up in 2 days right now. That's what I meant to say. It's coming up very shortly here. And it's this looks good. I'm curious to see how this one is going to do, like how well it's going to perform, because the Batmobile didn't perform that well. And that was also from the Flash movie. Like these are from more recent ones. So we'll see how these do, but we'll be covering them on that day and checking things out 100%. So you guys, let me know if you're going for that drop or how you're feeling about it. Should be cool to see what happens, but these two drops on DC are pretty cool. So, as a result of that, of the Batman content that we're getting, my drop heads, I'm giving away Batman comics this week. And then a couple of other ones as well, a couple other surprises. They're going to go out on Sunday, on my 200th live stream. So, I have a couple of those coming out. And then I have some news about my drop heads. But over right now, if you're a member of my channel and you're a Discord member, head into my Discord, because I do have a detective comic right there that's going out as a giveaway today. And it's for anyone who's a member of the channel who is like a drop head holder. It's right here, Detective Comics 619. It's just a fun one right there, but it's in my Discord. You can enter right here. People have started to enter. I just posted this right before I went live, so that's pretty cool. But so that's going to go out later today. So check out my Discord and enter that for sure. But if you want to check out some of the other comics that I'm giving out on Sunday, and there's going to be some hidden surprises, so stay tuned for that. I got this Batman from 1978, number 298. Nice Bronze Age comic that's going out to my members because I'm celebrating Batman this week for sure. Another really cool cover, Detective Comics number 596 from 1989. By the way, if you look at the Detective Comics from that era, from the late 80s, beautiful cover art. I mean, some great key issues in there. So make sure you if you're interested in Batman and you want to check out that era, look at the cover art on all these. Some really unbelievable art that's on that era. Some of those comics aren't worth a ton, but they look so good. I mean, if you're a Batman fan. So this is one of those examples right there of a comic I thought looked really great to hand out. And then right here, this is also going out, Justice League #1, all new. This is from 1987. You can see Batman's in the middle there. So nice little key issue right there, which is pretty cool for sure. And then, of course, because we got that Daredevil comic coming up, I got a Bronze Age Daredevil going out to my members right there. So those are the 4 comics that have been announced. There's more coming, though, you guys. So stay tuned about that and that's going to go out on Sunday. And then also, I'm sorry, I got to tell you this. I also on Sunday, we're going to pass 1 million OMI given out to members on the channel here through my drop head rewards. We're going to pass. There's another 25,000 OMI that's going out on Sunday. And that's going to push us over the 1 million, which is pretty damn cool. So thanks for your support on the drop heads. And we'll keep on, getting you more OMI in your wallets, in your vault, in your, to use in the VV app or to see what happens. Because once Foster and the team there start to announce more stuff, that 1 million OMI that's given out to my members is going to start looking pretty nice. Okay. Because this is what we've been doing for the last year and a half. It's just slowly handing it out. And the leaderboard is pretty cool for people who are drop head holders. So we'll just keep on going, you guys, with that. Have some fun with it for sure. Right now, I do have a little thing I want to give you guys today. I want to give you guys another Zombie Drophead 3 today in the chat, so you get more spots in those comic rewards this weekend, as well as my OMI rewards this weekend. So you guys got that coming up. So I'll give that to you guys in the chat right here. And then I'm also going to give out a Plastic Man, which is another one of my drop heads that remains. There's not too many of the 3 that remain. This will also give you 3 spots in all the rewards. So there's 6 spots up for grabs right here. I'll give that to the chat right here in just a couple minutes. But one thing I have is news that's coming up. And this is my little drop head part of the video right here. Just so you know, my drop heads there's a secret drops that we have. There's my classic wave one of drop head 3s. Those are all gone. They're all sold out. But the secret drop that I have include these 2 characters, which is a zombie. Okay. And then this Plastic Man, because he's all covered. He's all plasticky. These are the first 2 of 5 secret drops. I have a third one that is going to be announced very soon, Okay. And he's going to be right in here. And if you're going to want to collect that one, he's going to be one of the special rewards ones. I'll give you a hint. There might be a skull involved on that one. So that's going to be pretty cool. So that one's going to be announced pretty soon. And then if you get all 5, because there's 2 more after that, there's going to be a big secret. There's going to be a secret drop full set reward. And there's going to be big utility on that. So I have lots of plans for 2024 for the drop head. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be fun. But in the meantime, I'm going to give one of each of these guys away for you. So you have the first 2 of this secret drop set. And then this gets you those more spots in my comic book rewards. And we passed 600 comics given away on the channel. So, and almost 1 million OMI. And of course, I have the VV Gems. We have to institute that one and get it going again. So it's going to be pretty fun, you guys. Lots of cool stuff coming up. So I'm pretty excited about it. So I hope you guys like what we're trying to do here and have some fun. And like I said, you could win these comics right here. So go to the giveaways. Make sure you're in on that one for sure, right? But we got this one coming up in a couple of days from now. Let's get to the chat, you guys. I don't have a ton of time today, but I really want to say hi to you guys and see how you're feeling. Are you going for the Matt Gone deck coming up? Because it's like the lottery. I mean, look at this right here. There's a 1 of 1 in there in the physical format. Okay, there's like, as you guys know, right? If you go for this big trouble right here, coming up in 2 days, okay, and if you get this secret rare right here, you're going to get one of the physicals. And inside the 16, because there's 20 available, but they hold 4 back. They better not hold back the 1 of 1 because people are going to freak out. But there's 16 and they're actually available. In the physicals, there's one that has all the colors. So it's a 1 of 1 physical. And that's going to be nuts. So this is like the lottery going on right here. And I absolutely love it. Pastor Deck, how you doing? You're first in the comment section. Thanks for coming out today. I appreciate it. And you smashed the first like. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying it, smash like and all that. But thanks, man. Christopher, how you doing? Thanks for coming out. I always appreciate the support for sure. Slider, how you doing, my friend? Great to see you. MC, stop giving away all my spec plays in your vids. I should just call you first, right? I want Spider-Boy at 3 and Craven at 2. Good thing you didn't mention Punisher FA or Black Panther FA. Really good video. But thanks, man. I appreciate it. Like you're talking about this disrespect. This is kind of a fun video. I like to put these together. But yeah, that Punisher FA comic also under retail. Although I didn't think that one should have been 20 gems. It's not Grail, like Grail level, like the ones that are 10,000 editions, 20 gems. So I think that one should have been a $6.99 drop. So anyway, it's like, I think it's around 14 or so on the common probably, but that Punisher, like that amazing Spider-Man with the Punisher, that is a great comic too. So great call on that. And the Black Panther FA in that Fantastic Four, I think it's number 52 or 54. That's also a beautiful comic as well. Those are really good calls right there. But they do have like that Punisher one is higher edition sizes than some of these more recent ones. It's at that, super limited level. So it came out in that time when they were lowering the edition sizes and making things scarcer, but they didn't go as far as they've done with 6,000 runs, 5,000 runs, 7,500 runs of some of these newer comics. So if they did that with that comic, it would be definitely higher. But good picks right there for sure. But yeah, Spider-Boy common at 3. I don't know, guys. I mean, have you seen the ultra rare and the like? It's a Spider-Boy. I have it right here. You see that right there above my shoulder? I have the physical. So if you guys don't have the physical, go grab it as well. But thanks, man. I appreciate it. And I want to hear more about what other people think are disrespected. It's a whole lot of fun for sure. Let me just put that back up, or let me put this back up right here on screen. Bill, how you doing? Thanks for coming out. We got Mario in the house. Thanks for coming out, Mario. NFA, not going to lie, just watched the disrespected video, gave a thumbs up. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hopefully you liked it. I went out and bought Boba Fett. You bought one from the vid. I owned them before, thought it was time after watching your vid. The price of Boba Fett in this app always has confused me for all time. So, hopefully the price, like, and I'm going to say this, I know you just bought it, but hopefully the ultra rare goes even lower for people and you can snag it up at 30 or something like that, because I know there's higher editions on it, because it came out in that era just before We got Cash Out and everything, in that July era there. But I don't know what to tell everybody in this app. Boba Fett, if you step outside of VV, I mean, like, he's just the king of collectibles for Star Wars. It's always the case. I mean, we can go on eBay right now. Just type in Boba Fett and you will see like the power of that character. I know he's older school than the Mandalorian or Grogu, but he's still the absolute king of Star Wars. And for his ultra rare to be like 50, and Vader to be like at 300 or 400. I know we all love Darth Vader, and I do, and I think Darth Vader is exactly where he should be and should be higher. But Boba Fett, it gets so disrespected in this app. It has been, it makes me upset. So, I know it just is the way it is. It's all good. But when the Boba Fett fan club shows up here, and I don't know if you follow them on X, everybody, but so the Boba Fett fan club, there's been some crossovers with some of the VV community in there. I know Chris from, who does all the great videos, great articles, Chris Evers there. I know I've seen him commenting in there saying, hey guys, Boba Fett's over here, the first, the digital NFT animated. And that's all it takes, is digital collect. I think the Star Wars community is actually quite open, more so than say the comic book community for digital collectibles and getting into it. We're starting to see it kind of happen. So characters like Boba Fett, are going to, be very popular at some point. Who knows though? It's been a couple years. The price is great. I only own the set. I don't have like a stack of them, but I should, and I have in the past, but yeah, man, there you go, man. Hopefully that works out for everybody. Bob Sales, how you doing? I know you're going to be reporting to us from France as much as you can. I know you mentioned that. You said that on, I think, X. So hopefully you have a great time at that big event that's coming up. I'm just going to sit back and watch all the coverage, see what happens. The London police are just like stepping their game up and just doing so much stuff right there with that, physical that's being released. And it's going to be a ton of fun to see what happens over there in France and stuff, and see the content that comes out of that, and maybe more users and more exposure and all that. That's what we all want. So if you're there and you get a chance to make a vid, man, no pressure, but we'd love to see it for sure. Omar, how you doing? Great to see you. Thanks for coming out. Hinano, there he is. Good video last night, man. I missed it by like 3 minutes because I was coaching. I was at a practice, and I got back home and I saw that you did like about an hour and you covered a lot of good stuff, specifically the candy stuff as well. And that was really great. So everybody check that video out. Yeah, Hinano did a great job on that. But yeah, thanks for coming out, man. Yeah, my 200th stream is next. Normally I would do it on Thursday, but I'm going to push it to Sunday because I have some prep to do for that. It should be a fun one. So thanks so much for coming out. Gus, how you doing? Thanks for coming out. Great to see you today as well. I appreciate it. Granddaddy Crypto in the house as well. Love your new video on the disrespected. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Disrespected. It's just a fun video, but there are some stuff in there. I got to tell you. And I want to hear what you guys have to say more about it too. Hinano, how you doing? So my 10-year-old daughter and her friends prefer Miles over Peter Parker. So that's telling. He's this generation and the next Spider-Man. It's true. Like I have, kids as well. And, my daughter prefers Miles Morales and got the posters on the wall, the pops, all the collectibles and stuff. There's power there. I think the VV community gets it though. I think you hit it right on the head there. When we talk about, this is the big trouble coming up right here. But when we talk about, we go to the market and, let me just hear. Yeah. Refresh. There we go. Refresh. If we go to the market and we look at this right here, this comic, this should be a clear indication to everybody as I started my live stream talking about it. This comic book and how it's performed as a modern age comic is really, really telling. It should tell everybody exactly. So thanks, Hinano, for that. You should really be, let everybody know you get Miles and scarcity. We already kind of know this, but there were some doubters about this one because, it's a modern age. It doesn't have huge value in the real, like in IRL, but it's got really good value. And of course, there's lots of variants they could have had. But the way that this is performed in the app, Very, very telling right now for sure. So good job on that. Ronnie, how you doing? He's coming in with the yo-yo-yos. I always like to see that, Ronnie. Oh, and by the way, check it out. I'm wearing my Elmon X shirt today. We're trying to represent everybody, you guys. I got Elmon X right here. We're talking VV stuff. Okay, right here for sure. I'm showing my stats for DC and Candy. We're talking McFarlane drop. Guys, we are digital collectors. I'm waiting for some big news from what do you call Disney Pinnacle as well. More stuff right there. And of course, Crypt Toys. I want to see what Will was hinting at when he was talking a little bit before, when he hinted at this thing on his Twitter feed, right? There's X feed. I want to know what Crypt Toys is planning coming up very shortly here, because it looks like there's going to be some pretty cool, exciting stuff. So that's pretty cool. So we're representing as many like platforms as we can. And HRO, by the way, is doing great. I don't cover HRO that much on the channel, but I have my account there. I have almost the entire first set. I have money in there just waiting. And every day I go and log in, I collect my little login rewards, and I'm just watching. What's going on with HRO. I know Waza and, of course, Kobe Collects do some great coverage of HRO. So we got a lot of really great stuff going on in the digital collecting world right here. But anyway, let me just put this Matt Gondek back up on screen right here, because this is like the biggest lottery that we've had in a while since the Funko Iron Man, that whole thing. So pretty cool. Joshua, how you doing? Just bought Amazing Spider-Man 15's floor. Is that that's the Craven one? Like I said, that Craven comic, I mean, I got to tell you, like, if we just go, Amazing Spider-Man 15 value, you can see I was looking it up already earlier today. It's a super limited drop, so there's 10,000 editions, right? But, this is a big time comic, disrespect galore. It's in that 2 gems. I mean, really, Amazing Spider-Man 15. So there are opportunities if I think, and I don't have a stack of this one either. Just, my video that I did right here, I don't have stacks of these. You're not going to see me selling these on the floor or anything like that. That's not what it's about. It's just recognizing some of the opportunities that are there. And it's pretty cool. This comic right here, I mean, it's big time. So maybe you don't like Craven that much, but it's Amazing Spider-Man 15 from 1964. Okay, at 2 gems or whatever it was, 2 or 3. By the way, Fantastic Four 2 is still getting disrespected. Avengers #1 is in my vid. Avengers 1, okay? I don't know if you guys saw that, but Avengers #1 is in my vid right now. And if we just look it up on Go Collect right here. So congrats on that, Joshua. I think there's great opportunities there for sure. Nice stack right there. Look at Avengers 1 right here. Okay. Look at this one right here. 9.6 in 2018. Sold for almost $200,000. Like, and it's under retail on the common right now. Are you crazy? Like, it's not like this is like some obscure comic, okay? This is like there's almost 4,100. There's 4,100 graded. So this comic is ultra popular IRL, has massive market cap. It's pretty much like the #1 team comic that anybody can go and get. There's X-Men 1, of course, more FAs in there. But this comic is like, one of the top comics in the world. And it's doing okay on the app. It's not like getting completely like kicked in the nuts. I mean, the secret rare is like about 400 or so. But this one should be like, it's like 16 or something like that, or 17. I mean, ever since it's come out, people haven't really gone after it like they should, in my opinion. So just saying, I don't know, maybe it stays that way. That's fine. It gives us a chance to get those comics and those issues. I have the ultra rare on this one. I have the common as a 3-digit. I don't own the secret rare. I just have one, like those 2, right? I don't have a stack of uncommons, and I don't have a bunch of rares or something like that. And you won't see me selling it on the floor or anything like that. It's just a good opportunity, in my opinion. So, that's all it is. It's just my opinion. But yeah, that's cool that you got that floor right there for sure. Gregory, how you doing? Why is there such a price difference with the first appearance of Green Goblin And the Doc Ock Secret Rare, 350. Because the first appearance of the Green Goblin Amazing Spider-Man comic has like, I think 1,400 editions on the Secret Rare. Even though that comic is super amazingly famous and also really valuable IRL, there's a lot of editions because it came out, if that's what you're talking about, it came out much earlier in the VV app than the Doc Ock Secret Rare, which has, I think 600 editions. And so Spider-Man 14, I think it has 1,400 editions on the Secret Rare, and 65 gems on that is a joke as well. Just so you know, if you got some people have multiples of that one though. And, they're just like, it's an easy one to sell because it sells actually pretty quickly, that Green Goblin, because, it's a beautiful Secret Rare. If you look it up in the app right here, we can just look it up really quick. If we just go to market and we go to comics right here and we just sort by A to Z, which is what I like to do anyway, because I like to look at the Amazing Spider-Man. So I'm such a Spider-Man dork. I can't believe it. I'm sorry, guys. Obviously my bias towards, but here's number 14 right here. That's what we're talking about. And like a beautiful comic. I've actually picked up the rare about 4 or 5 days ago. Again, I've had it multiple times, but I locked it in again. I think I picked it up for like 7 and a bit, just to have it in my, actually, no, maybe a bit higher than that. What did I pick it up? Yeah, it's at 7. So I picked it up around 7 just for the MCP and to have that. I have the 3-digit common right there, which is kind of my thing, is to go after 3-digit common. But, there's like tons of editions of this. There's that Secret Rare right there, which looks gorgeous, is what you're talking about. 65 gems. And it's because of the edition size. That's we have how many of these? There's 70,000 total. So I think the Secret Rare has like 1,400. So that's your reason right there, in a nutshell, in my opinion anyway. So, Hinano, I can't wait to purchase a physical cowl, a bat cowl. Get your hands on a physical right here. Here's the Batman Beyond. Like I said, I did a video covering. We talked about that. We went through some of the variants right here. Look at the core and the uncommon. Does that sound a little bit like VV? It looks a little bit like what they're doing there. Although I think I have to look it up. I don't know if that black and white cover is an in-print variant. But if we go to the filters in the marketplace right here, and we go to the collection, and we go to the bat cowls, okay, and we go to lowest price. If you just want to get one off the floor right here, price low to high, still sitting at $250. $250, like nice and solid at $250 across the board, $255, $260. So when they announced some of that news, I was expecting the price of the bat cows to really go up. But in fact, people listed more. Interesting, right? And then, of course, once that whole live thing happened on Discord, people were really hoping for like some big time news, but they didn't give us any more info than they gave us in the email. So we're still waiting. But physical bat cowls would be sweet. Like, I could do a whole video with just wearing it right here. Wouldn't that be amazing? That'd be so fun. So anyway, you can see that they're sitting right here. There's some decent ones on the floor right here, $255. And like I said, I've been very open about what I did. I sold my original bat cowl before the merge so I could have the money and the USD, and I put it into Bitcoin. Okay. I told everybody what I was doing. And I sold a couple other things on DC NFT before they merged over, with the intent of really focusing on candy and looking at the platform and seeing if I like it. I do. I like it. I'm going for all the drops. It's great. I'm really happy with it. It didn't stop my my attempt to go for the drops, although I haven't got the Bat Cow early access. But guess what? I haven't needed it. I've been able to go for these comics and stuff without a Bat Cow, and it's been fine. But I need to get a Bat Cow locked back in. And you know what's really funny, you guys? Can I tell you something that's really funny right now? Do you see this Bat Cow right here? Do you see this one? This was mine. This is the one that I sold. This was the one that I minted from the start, and it's the lowest price one on the floor, and it's not being sold by me. It's being sold probably by the person who bought it off of me. Isn't that funny? I'm just realizing, I was just looking at this one going, wait a second. Is that my Bat Cow from day one that I minted? So this was mine, and someone's selling it on the floor. So I want to get a different one, like just for myself, because I've had this one. I had this one since the start. And I want to get a different one just for something different, because I was looking at this one from the beginning. I really like it. It was just the one I minted. I didn't pick it. It just This is the one that I got. But this was my cowl. I just noticed this while we're doing the live stream right here together. I just looking at the floor. I didn't know it was there, but there it is. I actually saw it for sale earlier for a bit higher. It was like down. I was like, oh, that's my cowl. There it is. But look, it's right there as the lowest price. So if you guys want to get a cowl that I used to own, I mean, I don't think that doesn't give it any value, guys. Let's be honest. But that was mine right there. So I'm tempted though, because, you know, I actually sold like previously I used to own like an Alien Friend, you know, Alien Friends, that really cool project is on the OpenSea. Sometimes I go back to look for my original Alien Friend and see if it's for sale. And it hasn't really come up for sale again, because I was really attached to that NFT. I really loved it. Similar with this, I have some heartstrings attached to this guy right here. So, you know, it's very tempting for me, but I didn't realize that he's sitting right there. That's really funny, actually. C-Spill, how you doing? Thanks for coming out today. Skull meaning arcade collab. We haven't discussed that kind of thing yet, but you know my drop heads have skull versions, right? I have skull drop heads. So I haven't discussed a collab with arcade though yet. That would kind of be cool to explore those opportunities and those ideas. You know, I know he's got his own thing going and it's amazing. And by the way, big congrats to Arcade for selling out the physical print. I believe he sold that out. And it was so beautiful. So big shout out and congrats on that. That's so cool that you guys support him as an artist. It's really great. And I did see that on X. I believe that he sold that out. So that's really awesome. But no collab yet. We haven't talked about that, anything like that. But I have skulls with my drop heads. So if you can imagine, potentially, I don't want to give too much away, but you can imagine this kind of dude. I don't want to give too much away. Just wait for the announcements. But it's coming up. I got my secret drops right here. There's 5 of them. And I have special rewards that have special drop heads in my, you know, first 3 collections. You know, there's skulls in there. There's vampires. There's zombies. There's demons. There's crowns, you know, all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned, because that's kind of what these guys are all about. And then you get those extra spots and all those rewards. So that's sort of but stay tuned for that. Woody, how you doing? Sup MC, thanks for giving me 3 of those 600 comics. Yeah, man, you won 3 so far. I actually don't have a leaderboard for the amount of, for the most comic book reward wins. I should go back. It would take me a long time. I should go back and really look into my records and see who's won the most physical comics from Dropheads. I have the leaderboard for OMI. That's pretty easy to do. The comic book ones, I'd have to go back and look. I've shipped out over 600 comics, guys. The people at the post office know me by name. Okay, they know me by name. I come in with my little envelopes of rewards. I send them out, and it's kind of funny because like sometimes I get a good deal on shipping, and sometimes I don't. But it's all good. Any of the drop head revenue goes back into helping to pay for the shipping and buying the comics. So, but yeah, man, I'm glad you got 3 of those. Hopefully you win more. Hinano, lots of comics are being disrespected, and I'm not saying what. I'll get undercut. Yeah, you might want to go before you start talking about disrespected. Make sure you lock them up, which I didn't in this video. There's a bunch of collectibles in here I don't own. It's not a bag pump. It's definitely like just stuff that I think is disrespected. And I'm waiting for prices to go further down on some of them. The Joker's in there. I got the Joker in there. I mean, right? I got Boba Fett in there. I mean, right? I got Green Lantern in there. Green Lantern as a collectible NFT on Vivi is so beautiful and animated. I mean, I don't own him right at the moment, but you know, I want that price to just crash as hard as possible, you know, so I can pick him up. That is one of the most like the best looking animated collectibles that we have in the app, and it's so disrespected. It's crazy. So I have a good mix in there, and we'll talk more about it during the next live stream as well. For sure, right? But that Gondek's going to be nuts. Jason, how you doing? Thanks for coming out. MC, enjoyed the VV Magic vid. Great content. Yeah, that was really fun. And I mentioned it earlier. So a couple days ago, I was lucky enough to get invited to go on VV Magic's channel and do a live stream with her, with Mr. Rolex, of course, and, you know, Foster and myself and VV Magic. And of course, we also had NFT Pirates. he came on, and that was amazing to see him as well. So we had like a nice, so she invited a really cool crew. It was so cool to talk to NFT Pirates. He's been busy like IRL with family and work, but he's still like, you can actually see him on Twitter now, tweeting a lot on X, really kind of like, engaging a bit more, and which is really great because, he's got such great knowledge and such a great voice. And I'm sure as time goes on, and, when you have like little babies, it's tough, right? I mean, you can't be making vids all day. So, but anyway, that was such a good conversation. I'd highly recommend you guys go. I listened a lot. I wasn't talking the whole time for sure, like I am right now. So it was really great. I like to hear what everybody has to say. And just sitting there with Foster as the community manager on the OMI side of things, that was fascinating. He wasn't like, saying like anything that he couldn't say, but stuff is coming, right? And they can't talk about it. And I know we've been saying that for a long time, but he's in that spot. He was out here with the rest of us. And I don't, he doesn't give any inside info. I don't have any info. And I don't have a giant like stack of OMI, a huge bag of OMI or something like 50 million OMI or something. I have like, 350,000 in the app. And I have a decent, a good amount, for myself. And then I have a little reserve for giveaways on the channel. I don't have a like 10, 20, 30, 40 million OMI, but, I should. I mean, like, I'm really looking at it seriously here. And I'm not trying to pump the price of OMI. I don't do that on the channel. I don't really talk OMI that much here. I let some of the more, invested or experts talk OMI a lot more on some of the other live streams that you guys enjoy. I talk mostly collectibles here, but the OMI side of things, really interesting. And, it does. Once it happens, it happens. And I don't know what it is, but obviously we already have season 1 going. It's going to be really interesting. So yeah, it was a great video. I really enjoyed just sitting there listening as well. So Bob Sales, can't wait. And the drinks will be flowing in France. Nice. I can't wait to see all the stuff that's going to come out of there. I went to New York. I provided some coverage as best I could for anyone who couldn't go to New York, but I can't go to France, right, for this one. So I'm really excited to see what happens. Hopefully we see some good content from you there, man. No pressure, but it'd be really great. All of us back home just want to see what's going on. That's all I ever want when there's live events going on with VVs. I just want to see what's happening. Even if you think, Bob Sales, that it's like not even good content or something, or not important, or you're not giving any revelations or like, alpha or anything, just showing us what's happening. Like just even 2-minute footage of a party is super cool for the rest of us who can't be there. That's how I always look at it. Right. So yeah, no pressure, but hopefully you and a bunch of other people do give us a little bit of a window into what's going on over there. Free, how you doing? Ultraman and Astro Boy are so disrespected. More for me. Yeah, I thought about Astro Boy in particular. Ultraman, I think, because he's been here quite a long time. I didn't quite put him in there because the edition sizes and stuff. But Astro Boy, with that single solo set, fully animated, and the price, I think he's under 20 gems. I almost put him in the vid, but I kind of was like, well, I think I'll wait on that just because, I don't think the Astro Boy like fandom is fully here. I do think that the Star Wars fandom is here. That's why Boba Fett, and I also had Luke in there, but the rare variant of Luke, the animated Luke, under retail, like the Luke FA, with decent edition sizes too. I think he's way too low in price. But I put those because we do have Star Wars fans here. But in terms of Astro Boy, I was expecting more. I think a lot of people were, but I don't know if we have the fans here yet. So I wasn't sure, but I like those as well. And the Lambos. Yeah, the thing about the Lambos, I thought about putting the Lambos in, but the secret rares on some of them are really doing well. And, there's a decent amount of Lambos right now. So I'm not too sure about that they're fully disrespected as much as there's just a decent amount of them. That is the case with Boba Fett a bit more, but Boba Fett's really always been disrespected. But yeah, I could agree with that. The Lambos, the newer Lambo drop, the most recent one that's really scarce with the first ever Lambo. Some of those lower variants are pretty disrespected. The dark blue one, I always thought was like, insanely disrespected. But yeah, really, it's a fun kind of a concept to think about. I had to go pick me up a Miles Morales at 23 gems. Pretty good. Is that, which one did you pick up right there? The Ultimate Comics one at 23 gems. Yeah. Is that the, I think that's the rare one, right? That you might have picked. That's a nice one. That particular one is the scarcest one in print, if that's what we're talking about right here. Mario, how you doing again? Like I said, I'm stacking USM #1 long-term. My goal is 100 common variants. Yeah, man. I mean, this is a reason why it's scarce right here. You know, and like I have a few of these. So I think, how many do I have of this one? Let's go to my collection. You guys can see, I don't mind sharing exactly how much I got. I got a couple of the Spider Boys, just 3 of them right there. Not a big stack. I've got, like, you know, like always, I've got 7 of this one right here. So not like anything crazy. My focus has been these rares right here. I picked up that Venom 3-digit right there. But the rares is what I've been focusing on, all these Spider-Mans for MCP. But I got a couple of those right there, which is cool. See all the rares I got if I scroll down. These are mostly Spider-Man rare related covers, and then 3-digit commons as well. And by the way, I don't have the gems for it at this second, but let me show you. I shouldn't show you guys this, but I'm going to show you guys this. I shouldn't show you this, but I'm going to show you this. Because, you know, in case you didn't know, Spider-Man 300, okay, I have the uncommon at a 3-digit. Scroll down here. I don't know if it's still there or not, but I'm saving my gems coming up. But look at this. 2 3-digits that I desperately want to add to my collection for 43 and for 50. I saw those last night, okay, and I need that 50 gems for Matt Gondek. If I hit the Matt Gondek, then I can go and do whatever I want. I can probably get a few thousand gems for it. Or maybe I keep that, because that would be one of the, that's like almost, aside from the Bond car, and yeah, that would like the scarcest collectible on VV, I believe, right? Or there's the tickets as well. But look at that, 2 3-digits on Spider-Man 300 for 43 and 50. I shouldn't say that to anybody, but I don't know. That's what I got right there. So yeah, I think you're going to do fine with that, Mario, right there. C-Spill, Kang needs more love. I've always liked Kang in the app, although the ultra rare with the sword, I think, confuses people a little bit, even though if you're a comic book fan, it doesn't confuse anybody. But yeah, I love the way Kang looks. And, you know, he's not a Jonathan Majors lookalike. It's just Kang more from the comics. So it doesn't look like the actor. And that's really unfortunate, the whole thing that happened with the actor, because I really like that guy as an actor for sure. So I'm kind of disappointed, obviously, and not sure what they're going to do with Kang. But I do love that collectible. I have just the rare version, not the ultra. I don't have the set. But if it keeps going down, then, you know, it's going to make it easy to complete that set. Captain Obvious, how you doing? Great to see you today. Now, I heard you in the Twitter spaces today. Okay. You behave. I'm just kidding. That was a ton of fun. VV Wheels, how you doing? Good to see you today. Hinano, I finally secured Spider-Man 7 Secret Rare. Nice. 150 editions. That is awesome. So you actually got the Secret Rare on that. Let me go to my collection right here. Let's just click through. Okay, I only have 3. I got my 3-digit right there. I got a couple other kind of lower ones that I'm kind of just playing with over time. And if we go to the Secret Rare, 200 gems right there. Only 150 editions. Yeah, this one's got some, this one could be higher. Okay, if you talk about that Miles Morales comic that came out, 200 gems right there on that one. And then if we go to the, this is the one right here that, you know, 140 to 150 on this one right here. Beautiful comic right there. Congrats, man. That's awesome. That is one to secure for sure. You know, the one that I want the most, the one that the Secret Rare, I mean, I love having this one, right? Like that ultra rare. The one that I want the most, if I go to my collection and I scroll down right here, if you guys ever want to see what I have in my collection, you just ask, I'll show you. I'm not hiding anything. And that's why when I do these vids, it's all out in the open for you. You get my Amazing Fantasy stack right there. Where is it right here? Up, up, up. Up, up, and away. Where are you? There it is, my Secret Wars stack right there. So I got my Secret Wars And I've sold a couple, and full transparency, I've sold a couple of these in the last day or two, actually, so I could get some of those Miles comics. I sold a couple, but I still have like 30 something of these. So that's all good. I love this comic. This is the one that I want over here. Secret Wars 8 Secret Rare. It's completely gone berserk, over time. I can't get at it. It's too high for me at the moment because there's other things that I want to get. And pretty nuts right there. But Secret Wars 8, and so this one to me is like an absolute beauty. I do not own it. I own all the other variants. And anyone who's got this is such a beautiful looking comic, right? So congrats to you. And of course, this one is around that price of that new Miles comic, which shows you the power in the market right here. Like I said, this Miles comic at the secret rare level, because there's only 150 of these, 319, 320. So you can see the power of the scarcity of that. So very cool, man. Congrats right there. There's Kid Arcade. Congratulations on your sale. That is awesome. Fantastic art. And I'm super happy that people are supporting you. That's great for sure. Yeah, there's my cowl. That's literally sold, my cowl right there. I definitely have some heartstrings attached to it. It's hard for me to see that right there. If it ain't rated, I almost got your back cowl. If I had a but known, yeah, that's the one I sold before the merge happened. I wanted to have that money, and I still, I can go in and get it, for sure, but we'll see. But yeah, there's the skulls from Kid Arcade. For sure, right? Bill, how you doing? Hey, MC, what do you think? Could Ultimate Comics 1 Secret Rare take over Ultimate Fallout 4 Secret Rare over time? It's way scarcer. That is a fantastic observation and question, because you're right. Ultimate Fallout 4 in VV has 600 editions, and it is, an absolute monster. Now, the thing about Ultimate Fallout 4, the Secret Rare compared to this one, these are both in print variants for sure, but the Ultimate Fallout 4 Secret Rare is literally the most valuable of the variants that exist, I believe, for Ultimate Fallout 4 in print. And they chose that for the Secret Rare. So it has that power with it too. And it's, it's Miles Morales FA, and there's 600 of them. So it's not like it's not like there's 1,000 of them or something. So, but 150 editions. Now, anything can happen. It's up to the owners of this comic right here. If the owners of this comic, like anything on the app, decide they don't want to sell it for less than 1,500 gems, it will be worth 1,500 gems. So it's up to the owners of this comic. If somebody owns this and they think selling it for 319 is okay, or 350 or whatever, then, obviously it won't pass, right? So I know that Ultimate Fallout 4 is looking at, like, what is Ultimate Fallout 4 right now on the market right here? I'm just going to quickly look this up. Okay, let's go to comics. Let's sort by Z. I just want to be able to go directly to these, but it's a great question. To answer your question, I don't think so. I think Ultimate Fallout 4 deserves to be higher, even if the edition sizes, there's only 600 of them, so it's so scarce anyway. I mean, we sometimes we forget how scarce 600 is. Like, that's nothing. Like 600 people, and some people own multiple, right? If we scroll down here just a little bit, where is it? Look at all our X-Men comics, guys. Look at all the X-Men comics. You could have incredible collection of X-Men right here. Here's Ultimate Fallout 4. Oh, it's right next to the other one, which is cool. There it is. And it's like, 1,000 to 1,100. So it's going to take some work by the other comic to actually reach it. So, but yeah, they're side by side right there. And, there's 152 of those for sale. And this one, there's still 305 of those. So in another week, there's going to be 152 of these ones only listed. Where's the price going to be then in another week or so? That's the question. So good question right there. But I do think that the Ultimate Fallout 4 should stay above it, right? Nino, how you doing? Watching your videos made me go back through my old ones and buy new ones. And I'm still with VV. Hey, great to see you. Thanks so much. Thanks very much for coming out. I appreciate that. Remember, just get what you want and do your own thing. Just my one opinion about things. I'm not always right, but I do think that those disrespected ones, it's just a bit of fun for sure. If it ain't rating, couldn't resist, Aaron. Had to have. Just picked up your back. You just bought my back cowl. If it ain't rated, no way. You just got it. Let me refresh. They're gone. It's gone. I'm so happy it's with somebody I know. Thank you so much, man. Oh, that one really tugs at my heart because that's the one I minted. And I want a new one as well for sure. But I'm so happy that you have it. Especially it was the lowest priced one on the floor at the very bottom of the sale list. So that is funny that you got it. There you go, man. Maybe one day I'll DM you about getting it back or something. I don't know. I don't know if you'd give it up, but we'll see. But that's cool, man. I'm glad you got it. I still got to get my lock my bat cowl in. I mean, look at these. These are some nice ones right here. I like that one right there. That one's quite beautiful. Look at these. I kind of want to get something a little bit more advanced, with mine, like, because I held that one for so long and just to mix it up, right? So that's cool, man. That is very cool. Free, you just minted a Magneto. Very cool. Like I said, he's above retail. He's at 49. If we go to go to my collection right here, he's at 49 and the store price on him is 40. So he's at 48 right there. So if you do, there's just under 1,000 have been minted, but he's like eight gems over. So Magnetes, I was gonna put him in the disrespected video, but he's over retail. But he's disrespected in regards to not being bought from the store. I mean, I actually was really surprised at New York Comic Con that him and Professor X did not sell out and only sold like 1,000 of them. I was actually quite shocked. In fact, all of those drops at New York City Comic Con were really nice drops, and most of them didn't sell out. But X-Men 1 obviously killed it, and of course the Addiction comic killed it. And then, of course, everyone was spending their money on the physical Superior Spider-Man comics, getting them signed, obviously. And there's lots of other stuff to buy at the Comic-Con. But, a nice Magneto. I minted him. I minted both. And then what I was able to do is I was able to sell one of them, and then I was able to, like, match my mints. So if you look in my little collection right here, Professor X and Magneto, I have a matching mint of 1890. Nothing special on the mint, but they match. So I'm going to actually try to go for that same number on Juggernaut, depending on how many edition sizes they have. And actually, let me just double check with, see if Vivi's released the info on that yet. There's Oscar the Grouch right there again. I don't see updated. I don't see an article yet on the Juggernaut giving us the information, but I'm going to try to match him up too. Like, absolutely, why not? So bomb sale should be fun. Also have 10 Pokemon cards to give away to the subs. Hey, that's pretty awesome. This is when you're over in France, right? To the subs, done them blind box style. The best pull is the Venusaur EX. Okay, so that's cool. So the first 10 people to say they are subs will get handed one. That is awesome. There you go. So you got some like Pokemon cards to give away. I'm going to wait and see how everything goes over there. It should be pretty awesome, right? Free, that restart minting your Magnetos right now, people. Yeah. I mean, he's just sitting there in the store. They will burn the ones that don't mint, eventually. We know that with Magneto. He'll get burned. So we'll see what happens. Chris, there he is. How you doing? Great to see you. Congrats, Hinano, and hello, live streamers. Yeah, for sure. Great to see you as well. This is awesome to have you out. Hinano, there you go. Captain Obvious, yeah. I heard you. That was super funny. You guys, if you didn't know, you got to tune into the Twitter Spaces. Tons of fun this morning. Tons of fun. Hey G, hey Jay, how you doing? Did you listen to DC yesterday? So I wasn't able to tune into it, but I caught Hinano's live stream coverage of it after, like immediately after, like when he did. So yeah, I was right in there. I went into the Batcal Twitter Spaces as well, and like I said, we were talking about candy over here, and we're looking at the Batcals, and I heard about there wasn't a whole lot of info added in that was extra. And I was listening to the community, talk about it, in the Twitter Spaces, and, a little bit of disappointment on not like a lot of info given aside from what they've already known. So hoping for more info that was hopefully supposed to be dropped there about everything they've been talking about, but nothing really came out of that, at this moment. But obviously that stuff's coming. So I'm still pretty excited about it for sure. Right. So, yeah, so we'll see what else comes from the Bat Cowls, in terms of their announcements up pretty soon. Captain Obvious. Michael, how you doing? Great to see you. Thanks for coming out today for sure. Chris, Heritage going to have a Simpsons memorabilia auction. Imagine when that starts happening with digital assets from VV. I have the Simpsons golden moment. I went and picked it up like a month or so ago when we had that whole Simpsons thing happen, with the whole episode that aired and all of that. And so I went in and, you know what? I'm going to make sure I have that golden moment in my collection. I used to have it before, back like early on. Actually, I landed it on the drop, back in the original golden moment drop. So yeah, like this stuff is going to happen eventually over time. That's the way it's going to be, right? Like, these collectible platforms. Can you guys notice that the collectible, thanks, Chris, for that. You guys notice that the collectible platforms that, all of this stuff right here that we have, all of these, like, digital collectibles and NFTs, from these top brands, these are the platforms that seem to be succeeding. It's the licensed IP in somewhat closed ecosystems, potentially. McFarlane's a little bit different. They have like more, like they have their interoperable NFTs, and we'll see how this flash drop does. We did actually see that Superman Action Comics sell out in 33 seconds. That was pretty awesome to see. I'm glad that happened because these drops have not been selling out, and we'll see how the Batwing does in a couple days. But, interoperability is not what's driving this project. As much as some people would like to think that's, like to say that, it just to basically like throw shade at the other projects who aren't interoperable. But that's not the reason why people are buying these. It's because they love them and think they're amazing, because they are. But the interoperability aspect is not selling these out. So there's some solution in the middle that we haven't quite seen yet, between VV and McFarlane and Candy, and HRO and Crypt Toys and Elmond X, there's all sorts of stuff in flux right here. The interesting thing about the VV stuff, if you look at the London Police stuff, and if you look at what London Police is doing with the VV collection and using that collection as a gateway piece, and with the more information they're going to provide, that is also an interesting factor, because the IPs themselves can use the non-interoperable VV collectibles as gateway items to other NFTs. So there's so many different ways to go and avenues to go, and there's so many different ways to collect, that it's a lot of fun, and it's really fascinating to watch these companies like evolve and figure out like what their path is going to be. And none of them should be the same. I want to say that I don't think any of these platforms should copy each other or be the same. Some have, things about them that I like and don't like, and that's okay. But like, that's the way different businesses should run. We should have different options. They can't all be like the same, right? So, and I don't find that one is like necessarily better than the other in terms of functionality. I love the way the VV operates, but I also like the way McFarlane's interoperable, but I really don't like the way that their showroom is. It's too glitchy for me. They have to work on that. I do love Crypt Toys, but I don't like how I can't buy the one I want. That's why I like Pinnacle, because Pinnacle, I know they're pins, but they have a revolving store that I think Crypt Toys could use. You know what I mean? So like, and then DC, I like some of the stuff that they're doing with their comics with Candy, how they're doing stuff like that. And, it's pretty interesting. All of these platforms have different ways of doing it. HRO, I enjoy what they do. I follow other stuff as well, like my So Rare NBA basketball and other stuff. So there's all sorts of different things going on. And, we'll see which ones are successful in the end and which ones start to fall off. And I don't think any of the ones that I'm covering on this channel are going to fall off. I think they're all doing really well. I didn't cover, Quid. I never did. I don't have anything against Quid or anything, but I just never really kind of got into that. I didn't cover Recur at all. I never got into Recur. We saw what happened there, unfortunately. And you see some of the bad news behind what's going on with Quid, unfortunately, at least from that one IP that's connected to them, that I don't know all the story, so I can't really talk about it, but something about non-payments, and I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look good. So we'll see how that happens and how that goes. But then, of course, I'm on the open sea as well, and I like how that works right now. And so there's all sorts of fun stuff that we can do and all sorts of ways to collect. And I just think that we have to, like, focus on the stuff you really enjoy. And and I always said, if you're here at this stage and we're watching all of this stuff be invented and be made in front of us, there's going to be hiccups, and there's going to be like things that bother people, and there's going to be mistakes made and promises unfulfilled and changes in direction on all these platforms. So, I think that you got to have a tough skin, and you have to go with it, and you have to like give good feedback, but you have to also be able to recognize that it's not always going to go perfect. And, for some people, that's very difficult. We've noticed, like, online, people have a very difficult time if the company's not doing everything exactly right or the way that they want. And so sometimes in those kind of scenarios, because this space is so new and so evolving, and there's so much like being invented, that maybe sometimes for people who don't like these growing pains, you can always come back in 6 months when things are more developed, and then like see how things are going then. And maybe it's a better, it's a better like experience for you. For me, I'm loving all of this. I love the ups and downs. I love all the, all the stuff that happens. It makes it really interesting and fascinating. Specifically, it gives me a ton to talk about here with you guys and hear from other people who make content in the community. So I actually love all the ups and downs, and I'm fascinated by how these companies are building out what they're doing. And also you have to recognize that, they can't tell us everything. And sometimes they tell us too much, and they shouldn't, and things happen and that shouldn't happen, or don't happen that they tell us should happen. And so sometimes, just not saying anything and just all of a sudden announcing things is also a really exciting way to go. Because from one day to the next, you just never know what's going to happen in this space, right? Like you could wake up tomorrow and there could be some big announcement by one of these, one of these platforms that you did not expect or see coming that just blows your mind. Or it could be the opposite. It could be like you could wake up tomorrow and, oh no, this is not good, right? So it just keeps it really fresh and exciting. So just make sure that we don't over leverage in terms of money, because then it doesn't hit you financially like so badly, which I know a lot of people have done in the past, right? So but I think we're pretty smart now in how we kind of like invest in these collectibles. And for myself, I've never fully gone like crazy in with money. I have put a lot of money in these platforms and lost money as well and gained money. But I'm, you got to be smart with your cash for sure. And like, I can't buy everything on every platform. Like I can't go into Vivi and do every drop, and go into Candy and do every drop, hoping I'm going to like get a win and hit legendaries all the time. Cause it just doesn't happen. I can't go into McFarlane and hopefully I land, the legendary, right here, the Batwing, the Jokerized Batwing, and then I'll be able to flip that for profit. Like it doesn't happen. Okay. I mean, it happens every now and again. So I have to go for the right reason. And if I land that legendary, then fantastic, but when it comes to the Matt Gondek drop, just my personal opinion, I will be going for this one because it's 50 gems. And if you land that secret rare, I mean, it's on, right? So anyway, so it's pretty cool for sure, right? Chris Severs just picked up a Radioactive Man #1 Raw. That's awesome. Captain Obvious, anyone else choke when they saw the prices of the South Outburst Festival? 1,800 to 1,900 per ticket passes. Wow. That's pretty wild right there. That's pretty wild. Free Kingpin is above store price now. Yeah, Kingpin is another one. There's lots that I want. I want Kingpin. I don't have him. I want the Star Wars shuttle, Darth Vader shuttle. I don't have him. I want the white Lambo. I don't have that. Those are like, I want to buy them for cheap in the secondary, but because the people who own them are the ones who actually want them. And so we've seen like their price close to, I want them to be lower. So I'm just being patient on those. I desperately want those three. I really do want the Kingpin in my collection as well. But I am going to go for the Juggernaut one, depending on the mint size and the price, of course. If it's 80 gems or something and there's 4,000 of them, I probably won't do the drop. I'm going to be honest. But If he's like 40 or 50 gems and he's like 2,000 editions, I have no problem going for that kind of a Magneto, a Juggernaut drop. But this guy right here, I'm going all in right here. So it's pretty awesome. So guys, let me just recap really quick. I got to get out of here. I got to do some stuff today for sure. But like I said, please tune in on Sunday when I have my 200th live stream. If just to have some fun, I'm going to have prizes for you guys and some giveaways, which is cool. All my comic rewards this week are going out that day. All the OMI rewards this week to my members as well are going out that day on Sunday. And we got the Juggernaut drop. So it should be a fun day. So hopefully you guys get a chance to tune in. And I can thank you guys for tuning up for all these live streams. 200, so we're right on the verge. If you want to check out my top 10 disrespected, I want to hear your disrespected ones, things you love the most. That one video is live right now as well, right there. I gave a little info about Juggernaut's first appearance in print in comics. X-Men 12, very expensive, but you can get a raw copy for probably about $600 or so, somewhere around that range. If you want to get his second appearance, it's X-Men 13, beautiful cover. This one will run you about $150 to $200 on a raw copy, just a beater, but you can try that out if you want. Those are pretty cool right there for sure. And I talked about my candy stats and videos. So if you do see a video that I make for DC NFT or for candy, try to share it and share other content that other people who are involved, who are making for the platform. We need more eyes on that platform as a community, in my opinion, to, expose the bat cowls a bit more, and also to give people some more information about these drops like Batman Beyond coming up. So, share those vids. I don't get a ton of views on those vids, and I think it's up to us as a community to really get the word out, so that our DC fans who maybe aren't, digitally collecting see some of this stuff. And I really hope that DC and Candy start to work a little bit more with content creators to try to get the word out a bit. They don't follow my channel at all or share any of the vids I do. Doesn't bother me, but I do think that as a community, if we can get a little bit more eyes on the project, people will then appreciate these comics and these beautiful, like golden age, those golden age grails that came out all through December and stuff are so low valued compared to where they should be. It is astounding to me. And I really just think it's just eyes on the project and just more people getting involved for sure. I know it's all of us. We're VV and DC collectors and McFarlane collectors, but we need more people for sure. So try to do that. Try to share and try to get and post yourself about what's going on in DC. That also helps. VV gets a lot of attention. DC could use a little bit more for sure from the community. Same with McFarlane. If you like what's going on there, that's happening as well, right? So that's coming up in a couple days. We'll see how you guys do on that drop too. This is my little recap. I talked about my zombie punk, so I'm going to give you one right now because you hung out. This is one of my special rewards right here, my secret drop. So this guy gives you 3 spots in all my rewards. So I'm going to give that to you right now. And then I'm going to give out a Plastic Man right now. These are the first 2 in my secret drops, and I have a third one I'm going to announce very soon. So stay tuned for that. It's probably about a week or so, but stay tuned for that. Once you get all 5, there's going to be a big set reward for that and big utility on these ones. So I'm going to give you guys this one. It'll get you 3 spots in all my rewards, specifically on my live stream on Sunday with my comics rewards. There's Batman comics I showed you early in the live stream, and my We'll Pass a Million OMI. There's 3 spots available for you. You get the 3D file of this guy too that you can use in Spatial. Same with Plastic Man. You'll get the 3D file you can use in Spatial. These are fully interoperable, right? So let's do that now right here. And by the way, buy Avengers 1 on VV. I don't ever tell anyone to buy anything, but that is one of the most disrespected comics on the app in regards to where it should be. Just my opinion. Just do what you want. You don't have to buy it. I'm just saying, I'm not, you won't see me selling. That's for sure. And by the way, members of my channel, hit my Discord because this Batman Detective Comics is up for grabs today in my Discord. Just enter right in there and you'll win that. But let's do this one right here. Let's give a zombie drop head away for you and get you 3 spots in the program. So if you want this guy right here, just type in zombie punk in the chat, and we'll just randomly pick somebody for this guy. We'll send them over to you in your wallet, and we'll get you the 3D file that you can hang out with. And if you don't own one of these, it's pretty cool. We'll get you that entrance into the members only Discord where you can win some of those fun comics and stuff. But type in zombie punk if you want this guy. And then right after that, we'll give you a Plastic Man. Now, just so you know, there's only 37 of these left in existence that are available, okay? And there's only 18 Plastic Mans, I believe, so on the open sea. So they're very scarce now, and they're running out. And then I have that third one that's coming up very soon for you. So type in Zombie Punk. Let's go. I'll give you guys another second here for sure. The doctor made it. Thanks for coming out. Great to see you for sure. Chris, yeah, you had to have the Bart too. Yeah, I had to have the Golden Moment Simpsons. I've always wanted that. And I got it on the drop. I held it for like 2 years. I sold it. Then I went back and got it again. I sold it for quite a bit higher, actually. So I really did well on that one for sure. Let's keep going right here. I got another 10 seconds. So how it works is I'm going to scroll the chat. Whoever I land on with the mouse, I close my eyes. Whoever I land on wins the Zombie Punk. And then I transfer it to you. You just DM me on Instagram or Twitter or in Discord if you're already there. And I'll send this guy over to you for sure, right? Okay, you guys ready? Okay, here we go. I'm scrolling up. I'm scrolling down. I'm scrolling up and down and around over here, over there. And I'm stopping right there. And who wins this one? It's Vincente. There we go. You win the Zombie Punk. Nicely done right there. Congratulations. Okay, let me just make a note of that. And let me know that you saw that you won. Okay, so let me just make a note of this right here. And we'll get this to you right after the live stream. You can just send over your wallet address anytime. Okay. There's a Zombie Punk. And this gets you those 3 spots in all my rewards. Okay, so there we go. So let me just confirm that you saw that you won. There you go. You saw. Okay, nicely done. There you go. Congratulations. Yeah, thanks for coming out today. And just give me your wallet address. These are on the open sea, so just your like MetaMask or whatever in a DM, and I'll just send it over to you right away. And then we'll get you those. I'll update the master list for my comic book rewards and OMI rewards, get you those 3 spots. And then, you know, you could win. You don't have to be on my live stream on Sunday to win, by the way. You just have to be entered on the master entry list. And then I do the rewards live so people can see the results live. So there's no backdoor type stuff, you know? And so that'll get you those 3 spots for sure, right? Now let's do the next one. So that's one of the secret drops you got right there. Now the first secret drop we did was Plastic Man. You can see he's there. He's also good for same thing. 3. Oh, by the way, the zombie, just so you know, I do have zombie rewards that are zombie focused, and he gets you the spot in those rewards as well. So stay tuned for those because I've already done the zombie rewards once, and we'll have, twice actually. So zombie rewards will return. So he gets you extra spots. Now here's Plastic Man. Let's do this one right here. If you want Plastic Man, type in Plastic Man. That's it. Just type Plastic Man into the chat and I'll get you guys this one as well. That's right, Granddaddy Crypto. He does what he wants. He's Plastic Man. He does whatever he wants. Thanks for the callback on that one. That's how we announced him for sure, right? 3 spots. There's only 100 of him that exist, right? And there's only, I think, 18 left. So pretty scarce. You can see he's got plastic shoes, plastic shorts, a plastic hoodie, and a plastic hat. I don't know how comfortable that is, but he does what he wants. So here we go. Give you guys another 10 seconds to enter. Then I'll scroll the chat. Same thing again. And Vicente, you could win this one too. So make sure you enter if you want. It's all good. Here we go. Oh, Blinky Blink is here. How you doing? And the VV Zombies here. Great to see you guys. Alex is here. Good to see you as well. There we go. Who else is here in the chat that's entering right now? Captain Obvious, good to see you, like I said. Okay, I think we're good to go now. I think we're good to go. Okay, you guys ready for this? I'm closing my eyes. I'm scrolling. Let's go. We're going up, going down, and up, down, around, scrolling over here, scrolling there, up, around, down a bit further, a little bit further, and I'm going to stop right there. And who is it? It's Blinky Blink. Good job, Blinky Blink. Random winner right there of Plastic Man. I know it's not high tech, you guys, but it works. So congratulations, Blinky Blink. There you go. You'll get me your address again and get you those extra spots because I know you already have some. Get you those extra spots as well. And we'll just go from there for sure. Well, thanks so much for coming out, you guys, today. I really appreciate it. A lot of fun that happened. And we'll see you guys in the next drop. Good luck if you're going for Matt Gondek. If you get that secret rare, you got to come in on Sunday on my live stream 200, and you got to tell us that you got it or not. You got to show us it or whatever. It's going to be so cool. And, just best of luck to everybody who's going for that particular one right there. And, just keep having fun. Keep looking at the bright side of things and, stick through it through these growing pains. But there's big stuff on the way. We've been saying it for a long time, but it is just, it's awesome. Stay tuned for what's going to happen in France. Check out what Elmon X is doing as well. They're doing some amazing stuff coming up as well. And the London police stuff is really fascinating to me, specifically with the other artists too on Vivi and what they're going to be doing. Remember, you got the Batman Beyond comic on Thursday. So if you go for that one, good luck. You got also the McFarlane drop on Thursday, so good luck for that as well. I won't be live on those days. I don't believe. I might go live just for fun, but my 200th live stream is scheduled for Sunday, so I probably won't. But definitely good luck on those drops right there for sure. And if you're into Disney Pinnacle, check it out. And let's wait and see what Cryptoys has to say. I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen with them. They're teasing some. I know they're working in the background. Maybe something's happening. If they open up a marketplace or if they open up a revolving store, that's going to be really amazing as well to be able to go after some of the stuff we want. So I will see you guys in the next video. All right. Cheers. Happy collecting, guys.